Hey guys, Alec Torelli here. Video for you today. I wrote a blog about this subject too, so if you want more information or just ideas that I have on this subject, you could click the link below. But basically, I'm seeing a lot of people in the entrepreneurial space that I feel like are in a lot of pain. And I feel like we have a little bit of a problem in our society because we have this sort of ranking system, a hierarchy in the entrepreneurial space where it's like funneling people up this funnel that you have to sort of reach the top of the entrepreneurial pool, and that means you have to be the number one, which we call the number one, which is so silly to me that we call being the CEO the number one, because it places a more important value on that person over everyone else in the company. But the truth is, I actually look at this more like a puzzle, right? Instead of looking at a company like a hierarchy, which places disproportionate significance on the people at the top, I actually look at it more like a square puzzle, where everybody is a different piece and everybody fits differently into the puzzle. But it's not like any one piece is more important than the others. It's just everyone does a different job, everyone has a different function. And in my article, I talked more about this and use an analogy that everyone is a different tool. And everyone in a toolbox, someone's a hammer, someone's a someone's a screw, someone's a drill. I'm trying to say two things at once. And so that really gives a better insight, I believe, into how this whole thing works. And I feel like the problem is that we place such a big importance on being the CEO, and we have so much pressure in our society for people to work their way up to become the number one in a company. But the truth is that not everyone can be the CEO. It doesn't make sense, right? If you look at a puzzle, if you look in a tool shed, not everyone is going to be the centerpiece. Not everyone is going to be a drill. Some people are screwdrivers, hammers, nails. And each piece, my point is that each piece is equally important. And I think we have to stop trying to be pieces that we aren't, because that's where a lot of pain is caused. And when everyone tries to be a different piece to the puzzle, or everyone tries to be a different tool, there creates a lot of friction there, and that's when a lot of pain is caused. Because imagine the tool analogy is so easy to follow, which is why I talk about it more in my article. It's like if you're trying to do the function of a drill and you are a nail, like you can't possibly succeed. Or even if you're close to what a drill can do, you're a hammer, you can maybe kind of do it, but you're never going to be as good as the drill. And it's going to just be a half-assed job, and it's going to be a lot harder for you to succeed. It's going to cause a lot of pain and friction. And this is what we have in business today, where we have people that would be much better off being a different piece to the puzzle, a different number in the company. And if you want to use that, even though I really don't like that analogy, but if you want to be like a number 7 in the company, right? So we have people that are trying to be the graphic designers. They should be the graphic designers, or they should be the marketers, or they should be the chief operating officer. They should be a financial officer, trying to be the CEOs. So they're either doing multiple jobs, or they're doing a job that they shouldn't be doing, and so then they're going to be mediocre at it because there's so much pain. There's so much disconnect between what they are capable at, what their core competency is, and what they're trying to do. And so I believe the solution is just having more self-awareness about what piece you actually are, and just taking a step back and saying, wait a minute, what am I indispensable at? What can I do that nobody else can do, right? And if that happens to be the piece that you're the person that dictates what the other people do in the company, and you happen to be the CEO, great. But if it happens to be that you're a better marketing director, great. There's no, we have to take a step back as a society and stop putting importance on the positions in the company and treating it like a ladder or a pyramid, and treat it more like a puzzle piece, because that's more fair, right? I happen to be the CEO of my company, and I happen to run a company where there's 10 or I think 12 people that are working with us now, and I manage these people, and that's part of my job, right? It's part of my job to grow the business and do the functions of the CEO in the company. But I actually think that some people have, an equally important, if not more important job than me, in the sense of helping grow the company. Like, we just hired a couple people that are working with our social media, and they're like indispensable. I mean, they have the front lines, right? They're on the front lines of connecting the customer to our business. And so their job is so important. I was just thinking, the guy that we hired this week, I was like, look, dude, your job is like the most important, right? Like, you are connecting to our customer. And he's not the CEO of the company, but he's talking to people every single day, and he has insight that I don't have. And if I don't have him working with me, and he's just one example, everyone in my company has an indispensable role, and they're excellent at what they do. My video editor, excellent. Head of operations, excellent. My graphic designer, excellent. They're all excellent. I can't do any of their jobs. They all do their jobs better than me, but I surround myself with people that are smarter than me and more competent in what they do. That's the function of the CEO, but it doesn't mean that my function is more important. I'm not like at the top of some pyramid. That's total bullshit. I'm just a different puzzle piece than all of them, and I thrive by doing my job well. I'm very good at my job. I'm probably, we're all probably equally talented. I'm not saying that like everybody's more talented than me, that I'm more talented than anybody. We're all equally talented, but we're all in the right place. So one analogy I heard that was really good, and when thinking about this sort of situation, is that it's not enough to have all the right people on the bus, right? If you're driving a bus and you're trying to create, have everybody be in the right place, it's not enough to have everybody on the bus, or it's not enough to have all the pieces of the puzzle. It's important that you have all the pieces of the puzzle or everyone on the bus, but everybody's in the right seats, and that all the pieces of the puzzle are put in the right place. And when you think about building a puzzle, it's not pretty until it's built together correctly. And if even one or two pieces are out of place, the whole puzzle loses its beauty. And so that's really how I feel about what we need to do with companies. But the way to do that is it starts with us as individuals. Starts with us as individuals understanding what part of the puzzle we are, who we are as people, what our core competencies are, and then only not compromising, only looking for positions in companies that reward us for what we're talented at and focus on that. So I really hope this video helps shed some light on this situation. It's really frustrating to me to see the way that we've moved as a culture, sort of glorifying like only the entrepreneur as like the entrepreneur is like, the only person in the puzzle that's important. And everybody else is sort of like, second best because they work for the entrepreneur. And it's like entrepreneurship has become cool in the last, 5 or 10 years, 15 years. And it's become cool to be like drop out of college and crush a business like we've seen, like Zuckerberg do or whatever. And respect, probably one of the most brilliant entrepreneurs of our time. But it's like placing a higher important value on that has like diminished the other people in the company, and that's what I feel like I'm frustrated about. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on this subject. Sensitive subject for sure. I'd love to hear your thoughts in a comment below. Share it with someone if you liked it. If you help me grow the channel, you guys are the best. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for watching this video, giving me your attention. I know that's one of the most valuable things I have, so I'm really grateful for that every day to be able to make videos, and thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Let's join the conversation below. If you want more from me on this subject, you can check out the blog I read called Don't Apologize for Who You Are on alectorelli.com. Click the link below, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time. Cheers.